Let me show you how you can host your very own n8n server on your local VM. I'm going to use Ubuntu to demonstrate that. But first, the reason behind why you're going to host it is dollars, right? It's going to cost you to run n8n automation in the server there. But if you have your own server, you can run as long as you want. I'm going to SSH into my Linux box to start off with. This is my username. My IP address for that Linux box is 192.168.44.127. Hit enter. This is a brand new Ubuntu machine. That's why my computer doesn't recognize it, the fingerprint. I'm going to say yes and enter the password to get in. And now I'm in my Ubuntu machine here. I'm going to log in as a super user with sudo su and the password. And now if I were to look at my OS system, say lsb_release -a, it will show you that I'm running Ubuntu 25.4 on this demonstration system here. Now the first thing I like to do is to upgrade and update my package using this command and hit enter. This might take a bit if you have never updated and upgraded your package, but I've already done mine, so mine go relatively quickly. And one more thing I want to say here is that all the command I'm demonstrating today will be available on the description of this video, so just follow along. Don't try to copy anything in here at this point. Once you're done updating and upgrading your operating system's package, you're going to have to install a couple of dependency. I'm going to start with installing the npm, which is a node package manager here. If you hit enter, you'll start doing its own little thing here. And once it's complete, it will tell you it's successful. After that, you're going to install the nodejs, which is also required to run n8n. Once that's complete, let's clear the screen here. And to test whether your npm has been installed properly, you're going to say npm -v. It should show version 10 and above for your n8n to run. And for the nodejs, it's node -v like this. You should see anything above version 20. I'm going to clear my screen now. Now to install the n8n package itself, you're going to use this command and hit enter here. Now this is going to take a bit to run. So I'm going to use the World Wide Web teleportation tool to get through, just like that. Now to test whether the n8n application has been installed properly, I'm going to start off by clearing my window here and type n8n command on your command prompt and hit enter on your keyboard. And you should see something like that with a URL with localhost like this here. Now this indicates that your n8n application has been installed properly on your Ubuntu machine. But one takeaway of this running n8n from the command prompt is that if someone were to come in and press Ctrl+C on your keyboard, your n8n service will stop completely. Another way to look at it would be, let's say for example, if your Linux box were to power cycle, your n8n service will not show up. Now to make it such that when you power cycle your machine, the service is always running, you're going to have to set it up as a system service. We're going to start off by adding a n8n user with this command here, and it should look something like that. Let me clear my screen so that the prompt goes right at the top. And I'm going to start off by creating a few dedicated directory, and after that I'm going to change the permission on this dedicated directory. Well, this dedicated directory is meant to store some data for persistency and also permission management and some security isolation. If you like more details on why I'm creating dedicated directory, please leave a request on the comment section and I'll give you a brief description on why we create this directory here. Next, we're going to have to edit our service file using this command here. I'm using a nano as a text editor. Hit enter. It will start off with a blank screen because we don't have anything in that file. What you're going to do is to copy this text into the that file there. Again, all this command will be on the description of the video. Don't have to type or take a screenshot. I'm forgetting a T here as a target. And press X on the nano and then say save. Yes, hit enter to overwrite existing one. And let's see if the changes I made actually ended up on that file. Now the file has some content in it. I'm going to clear this guy up. Now to start and enable the daemon, you're going to say system control daemon reload. And I'm going to enable the n8n service and I'm going to start it using the systemctl command. And now if you say systemctl status n8n, the service name, if you hit enter, you should see it as active and running. Now press Ctrl+C to exit out of this systemctl command here. Next thing I have to do is basically go to your browser here, open up a new tab, and type in the IP address. You don't know what the IP address of the machine is, go back to your command prompt and type IP-addr. My IP address is this guy here. I'm going to copy on a clipboard. And in here, you're going to type http://IP address. The default port number for n8n would be 5678. And if you hit enter, you should be greeted with this kind of window. This is the initial setup of your account. I'm going to go ahead and assign some user credential here and then say next. And then it goes through the regular process of, acknowledging or customizing your account. I'm just going to say myself, less than 20, just randomly get started. Skip for now. And now you can start creating your workflow on your local n8n server here like this. Another way to test if you don't have a browser access on your computer, let's say if you're in a server room and you're wondering whether your n8n service is functional, what you do is you go back to your command prompt one more time and use a curl command like this. And if you hit enter, you should be seeing a web page that looks something like that when I issue the command, the curl command. That's one way to test it. Now, this is all good and dandy, and everybody knows that the port number for n8n is 5678. If you want to keep it a bit secret and assign your very own port number, this is how you do it. You're going to go back to your service file again one more time using a text editor and hit enter. And you're going to add one extra line right about maybe around here just before your execute start. Over here, you can assign whatever port number you like. I'm going to assign this as port 8080 like this. Once that's done, press Ctrl+X to save your nano. Say yes and hit enter. Have a quick look at it one more time. Make sure that the file has been modified. This is a change I made just now, a moment ago. Now all you have to do is to reload and restart your daemon one more time like this. Reload the daemon, restart the service, and you can look at the status of the service, make sure it's active and running, and press Ctrl+C to exit out of the systemctl. Now if you go back to the web browser here and look at this guy here, and now if you hit enter, basically it will time out because the port number is a bit different now. I'm going to open a brand new tab and say http:// same IP address, and now the port number is 8080. Hit enter and you'll ask you to log in with your user credential, and then you're back into your workflow again on your n8n. Now after all this, if you're still having problem and your n8n is throwing a tantrum, there are a few things you can do to debug it. One of them is to use the SS tool here with this flag and basically grabbing for the port number here. It should look something like that. This indicates that an application with PID 3824 is actually using the port number 8080. If you're wondering what this port number is, PID number is 3824, you can actually get that from typing ps-aux and basically grab the port number. This is inquiring all the process that's running on your Linux box and basically extracting only that PID. And you can see this PID is actually being held by the n8n application here. And let's say, for example, if you don't like the SS command, you can actually use the nested command. If you type nested, and if you don't have the nested, which people generally don't have it, you can simply install the nested using this command here. Once the installation is complete, you can run the nested command like that, basically grabbing the 8080 again. If you hit enter, same thing. It will tell you an application is using port 8080, and this is the PID name. And yes, AUX again one more time, grab, basically looking for a text called 3824, and it should indicate that n8n is actually using PID 3824. Another thing that you can look at would be the journal file for the n8n using this command here, and hit enter. You'll show you all the log file for the n8n and what could have possibly gone wrong on your system. An honorable mention would be to check the firewall status on your Linux machine. If you do UFW status, mine is going to show inactive because I've not activated my firewall. If your firewall is active, you can also allow port 8080 to pass through by using UFW allow 8080 and hit enter, and this will update your firewall rule.